I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
What's up, guys? Nukin here, and I am back with another Galaxy Heroes episode, and there is a lot to cover today. I'm going to be unveiling the kits of young Lando, you guessed it, and his droid L3-37. So they have a Zeta each, they work with the prepared mechanic, and they're also pilots. So there's so much to cover that I'll be talking about their kits and them in arena in this video. And then if you're interested in their ship, Lando's Millennium Falcon, I'll also be doing a video on that on my channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it because there's a lot to talk about. We're going to cover young Lando's droid first, L3-37 or L3 for short, and then we'll go into young Lando's kit. L3 is a light side scoundrel droid tank. She has a basic attack, 1 special, and 2 uniques. Something that's interesting about L3 is that one of her uniques is kind of like an ability, which we'll take a look at in just a second. Let's cover her first unique for the droids. And here it is. So there's a lot going on here. First up, this is her one and only Zeta ability, and I have boldfaced the Zeta portion at the bottom. So let's go over this. So at the start of L3's turns, if she didn't take damage from an enemy since her last turn, she becomes prepared, so she can give herself the blue sort of status effect preparation. And whenever another droid or scoundrel ally takes damage, she's going to gain 15% turn meter. Now when L3 takes damage from an attack, she's going to dispel buffs from a random debuff scoundrel ally. And then if you Zeta this ability, the first time each other droid ally is reduced to 1% health, they equalize health with L3. L3's second unique is called Self Modification and gives her 25% max protection, and at the start of each encounter, L3 becomes prepared. Now when L3 becomes prepared, she also gains taunt for 1 turn, so she can actually start the battle with taunt. It's like a fancy way of saying she's an auto taunter. This is also the unique that gives her the sort of another ability. It's called the Enhance MK1 ability, and you can use it a few times. The first time is going to grant her 50% counter chance for the rest of the battle, and then you can use it again and becomes Enhance MK2, and the second ability is going to give her 30% critical avoidance and 100% defense for the rest of the battle, and then you can use it one last time and you can enhance to MK3, and that is going to grant L3-37 the ability to gain another 50% counter chance, so she can go up to 100% counter chance if you get it up to the enhanced MK3 level. Now once you hit the MK3 level, you cannot use it anymore. L3's basic attack is called Daring Advance. It deals physical damage to the target enemy and inflicts the defense down debuff for 2 turns. If L3-37 is prepared, she also is going to be gaining 10% max health stacking until the end of the encounter. L3's first and only special is called Spark of Hope. It has a cooldown of 3 and it deals physical damage to the target enemy. She's going to gain taunt for 1 turn. Now if she's prepared, you're also going to give all of your allies the tenacity up buff for 2 turns and heal scoundrel and droid allies for 50% of her max health, which is nice because that synergizes with her basic. Also, if any other allies are prepared, you're going to reduce this ability's cooldown by 1, and then L3 is no longer prepared. Now that we're done with L3, let's cover young Lando. Young Lando is a light side scoundrel attacker. He has a basic attack, 2 specials, and a unique ability. He has 1 Zeta on his unique perfect timing. Let's cover that. Now the Zeta portion is also in bold at the bottom right there. Let's cover this ability first. Now young Lando, when he's buffed, he's going to have 15% critical chance and critical damage. Additionally, when he's prepared, he's going to have another 15% and 15% critical damage. So maximum, if he's prepared and buffed, he'll have 30-30 in that department. Now at the start of young Lando's turn, he has a 40% 50% chance to become prepared. And then if you Zeta this ability, he's also going to gain an extra 50% chance to become prepared for each debuffed enemy. So as you can see here, young Lando is beginning his turn and he's granting prepared to himself. So very cool that he is a self-sufficient prepared character. Young Lando's basic attack is called Silent Shot. It deals physical damage to the target enemy and inflicts the potency down debuff for 2 turns. Now this ability is also going to do 25% more damage for each other prepared ally, and if it's young Lando's turn, enemies can't gain buffs, they can't gain bonus turn meter, and this attack cannot be countered. So with the right sort of setup, this can be a decent hitting basic ability. Young Lando's first special is called Hot Hand. It has a cooldown of 14 and it deals physical damage to the target enemy and inflicts the ability block debuff for 1 turn. Now at the end of each round, there's going to be a 50% chance for each debuffed enemy to lower the cooldown of this ability by 1. So it has a high cooldown of 14, but realistically you're going to be able to use this pretty much all the time. Lastly, young Lando has a second special and it's called Dealer's Choice. It has a cooldown of 3. He's going to be able to cleanse debuffs off another ally, give them stealth, potency up, if he had preparation, also prepared, the status effect, and he's going to gain 50% turn meter. Now he's going to lose preparation if he gives prepared to that other ally, but that's okay because he can give himself preparation all the time. Then all other prepared allies are also going to gain speed up, the buff for 2 turns, and this ability's cooldown is reduced by 1. So a lot going on there. Alright, so we just finished covering L3 and young Lando's kits in about 5 minutes, so very fast. Now we're going to cover some arena footage. I have 2 battles to showcase against this Sith Triumvirate, Darth Traya led Sith squad. It's basically the same squad from my Nest T, aka Nest video, and I just took out the Sith Assassin and I put in an Emperor Palpatine this time just to keep it interesting. Now, what I'm running right here is a Rex leadership with L3, young Lando, Nest, and Hermit Yoda. I am not arguing that this is the best team for young Lando or L3. I was just kind of putting them into the arena, putting them in for a test drive, and I was successful. I was able to beat the super fast Darth Traya team, which was promising, but it was not exceptional. Now, the reason being, this battle took a while and L3 was pretty much isolated the entire battle. Since she has auto taunt, she's going to get isolated right away and you're not going to be able to really synergize that character with anyone because you cannot dispel or cleanse the isolate debuff. So a little bit on the disappointing side there. I want to say that I tried the Kira leadership and it was also on the lackluster side. For the Kira leadership, I tried all the different combinations. I tried taking out Ness, I tried keeping Ness, I threw in Vander Chewbacca and young Han Solo. I even threw in another droid like R2-D2 and BB-8 to try to synergize a little bit with L3, and I was pretty much, I didn't really have great results, so I didn't want to showcase them in this video. So I'm a little disappointed with the Kira lead right now. The only thing that I can think of is either one, I made a huge, glaring mistake of some kind, or we might still be getting more scoundrel characters from the movie and the final sort of meta related viable team is not here yet. So we've moved into the second match and we've made a substitution. We're facing off against the same team. All that we did was we took out Hermit Yoda and we put in a more PvP meta defining character, Darth Nihilus. So back to the discussion. Ironically, Rex lead is still the superior leadership for some of these new scoundrel solo movie characters, but I want to say that there is still hope that there might be maybe another 1 or 2 new scoundrels from the solo movie coming later down the road. Maybe. I'm gonna speculate here. We still have Tobias Beckett and there were a few other people on the crew from the movie that are still not in the game, so maybe the Kira leadership dream is still alive. Personally, I'm not really fond of the scoundrels anyway, so it does not matter to me. Really, the most most fun scoundrel so far has been Ness, and she seems to be kind of like a plug and play character that you can run on any team. You can run her on a resistance team, you can run her on a Rex team, you can even run her on a Sith team. She really is kind of like a plug and play character. Now, where I think young Lando and L3 are probably going to shine the most is going to be Fleet Arena. They are pilots, remember, and so they pilot the Millennium Falcon from the movie, from the Solo movie, and the ship is quite good. Now, I will be releasing a video as well, so if you want to check out the kit of the ship, my thoughts and some Fleet Arena footage of L3 and young Lando piloting that new Millennium Falcon, I'll also have another video on my channel just for that as well, so be sure to check it out. So that's going to be a wrap, folks. I was going to end this video with a community poll. I got to do that for the first time with the Ness video. I considered that to be a success. We had over 133 people vote on that, and I really thought that was cool and fun. I want to do that again, but I didn't know how to do a fair poll since I was unveiling more than one character in this video. Maybe we'll do one for their ship since it's a singular unit. Who knows? So as always, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to remember to smash that like button. It means a lot, and I'll see everyone in my next video. Cheers.
The Force will be with you, always.